What's happening? It's your man, Mr. O, with the info. Give me what you need to know. But, you ain't here for me, though. I'm a Chicagoan, born and raised in this fine city all my life. In a couple of months, I will be celebrating my 38th birthday. In the 38 years that I have lived in the city, I've seen good days. Unfortunately, I've seen it decline into the worst of times, into my fair city. As a child born in the 80s, the elders of the time, Chicago voters, Democrat voters, liberal voters, decided to make Chicago into a sanctuary city for legal immigrants. You know the old story about Ellis Island, the old saying, give us your hungry, give us your poor, so you could embark onto a satisfactory life in these shores, in this country we call the United States of America, in which you can work your way up using your skills or finding some type of business adventure, or working your way up, grabbing yourself by the bootstraps in this country to live out the American dream. The thing is, you have to put in and earn to get what you want in this country. That was the philosophy that was embedded in me and other American children that became adults here in this time. But for some reason, we have given up on the idea of meritocracy, hard work, giving actual people that pay taxes, your citizens, a fair shot in this country, no matter the race, color, creed, or religious background, or gender, or sexual orientation. We have a problem here in Chicago, not only with crime, but with corruption. And along with corruption, crime does become more rampant. But the criminal element is way bigger than local politics. Our country's leaders in DC, mainly the ones sitting right in the presidency and vice presidency, and all the people in Congress and the Senate, decided that the asylum seekers, migrants of these other nations that they had gotten involved with, pretty much destroyed the government, their way of life, could come over into these cities in our country, in which we give them a fair shot to the ones that was trying to come here legally, go through the proper channels of learning the culture, learning the ways of our society is run, and try to be a better member and useful member of said society. Unfortunately, we have a presidential administration as well as a Chicago administration that negates the lives of its residents. President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, and Mayor Brandon Johnson, by proxy of Governor Pritzker, have made Chicago into a police state quasi-war zone in which the citizens are now in charge of protecting themselves against the new wave of migrant people that's been coming here ever since 2021. Might be approximately 1 million new neighbors that we have welcomed in which our tax dollars and our local resources had to fund and basically keep these people fed, clothed, and sheltered at no expense to the taxpayers of this fair city, and the lack of leadership of our so-called mayor, Brandon Johnson. You see, a couple of days ago, a gang of migrants, or a migrant gang, basically commandeered a apartment complex over in Boulder, or shall I say Aurora, Colorado, in which they never had experienced something of that magnitude, which is understandable. Being a blue city in a blue state, you should have known this was going to happen, but they was prepared. We, on the other hand, has been experiencing this type of lifestyle of degeneracy and undecency for the past 6+ decades, in which 2024 has become a magnum opus of the so-called democratic machine and liberal policies here in this fair city of Chicago, in which right now in Parkway Gardens, or shall I say affirmatively on 63rd O Block, has been taken over by the migrants, in which now we have a problem with 3 things. First, local law enforcement, who really don't want to do anything, probably can't do anything with all the so-called legal restrictions on their in part. The residents and people of that area of Washington Park, King Drive, specifically, firstly, let me go and talk to the civil citizens of the area. I feel sorry for y'all. It's understandable, but at the same time though, a lot of y'all are liberals, a lot of y'all are so-called welcoming. This is what you get. 2, gang to all the street dudes around that area that fit my so-called complexion. Y'all know how to go ahead and slide on the ops that look like you. You know how to be gatekeepers and all that good stuff around your neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, for y'all criminal element. And no, I'm not trying to judge, I just be in the same streets as y'all. You mean to tell me y'all could do all that riff-raff talk and do all that stuff in the streets? You mean to tell me them dudes that come and speak a little different language with bigger guns can put y'all in y'all place? And third of all, to the so-called council people, the politicians of this city, they only want to go ahead and make their pockets fatter. They don't care about the likelihood or the well-being of their so-called citizens. They only want to do it for a nice video or photo op. I wonder how your election campaign gonna be real good for next time, if there would be a next time. Because this is ridiculous, and especially to the so-called upper elite, black, white, it don't matter, but the black elite, the boule, who I like to call out for. I wonder what kind of chucking the jive and race baiting soliloquies y'all can come out in the media to quell the angry voices of the so-called community. We also have a recording of said incident of the migrants taking over the complex. Let's take a listen.
Unit 10-3 on City West, person with a gun, 6124 South King Drive. Callers says 32 Venezuelans are trespassing the building, showing guns in the courtyard, and they have motorcycles in the courtyard as well. All stairwells are filled. Nothing further is unclear. Hey, I'm sorry, are you headed over to the shot splitter or to the 6124 on King for the migrants?
On King Drive.
Alright, 10-4. There's another available unit, arrive at 310. We had multiple calls. First with the gun, 6124 South King. Also came over to disturbance, large gathering. Said to be 32 Venezuelans trespassing in the building property, showing guns in the courtyard. They have motorcycles in the coreway, all stairwells filled.
Did y'all hear that? And it's only gonna get worse. Just imagine. We have all these people on social media, and let me go ahead and give a knock on the conservatives too. The conservatives ain't all that what's cracked up to be either. The Republicans, y'all have gone soft. soft, airsoft. Along with the so-called liberals, yeah, y'all don't have a leg to stand on either. Millennials, this are our elders that's in office trying to lead us into a path of damnation. It appears that the ones in the middle and younger have to go ahead and take the reins and set things right. But it's your man, Mr. O, with the info. Give me what you need to know, and I'm out. Peace.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want you to donate, you can sock it to my pocket at Cash App, $MISTRO070. And you can hit my email if you want to go ahead and support the content.